Hi, my name is Julina, and for my project, I wanted to look at food insecurity as a risk factor and see its impact on someone in the long term as well as future generations. So I looked at an article by Mariana Chilton and Jenny Rabinowitz about toxic stress and childhood hunger over someone's life course. What they did is that they conducted 3 case studies looking at 3 different women, and they were all mothers who had experienced childhood food insecurity and still experience food insecurity into their adulthood. These women had also experienced physical and sexual abuse throughout their childhood. So what Chilton and Rabinowitz did is that they interviewed these 3 women, asking them about their experiences and how they feel like this has shaped them into the person that they are now, and how they feel it has impacted their abilities or sort of hindered their potential to accomplish certain things. One thing that kind of stood out was that one of the women, Lacey, she said that she relates developmentally more towards or more with her children than with other adults, which kind of played into this concept that chronic food insecurity with the toxic stress affects childhood development, in that it kind of gears the development more towards survival than what we would consider as typical learning, exploration, and development of a child. Another thing that I found interesting was that another woman, Sylvia, said that she had this fear that if she loved and became attached to her children, that they would leave. But she still has this desire to show this love and affection for her children, since she did not receive that when she was a child. But this fear is stopping her, which I thought played into the concept that that in households with food insecurity, neglect is fairly common, and this neglect from that begins from like early childhood can prevent the children from developing a secure attachment, thus them not being able to regulate their stress response, which I feel can explain Sylvia's sort of fear that if she loves her children to the extent that she wants to and she becomes attached to them, that she will lose them. After reading this whole article, a main issue that I wanted to sort of bring up was that I feel the justice system almost perpetuates the cycle beginning with food insecurity, in that people with food insecurity tend to be at a higher risk for drug abuse and for stealing food and just breaking like certain laws, putting them more at risk for legal consequences. But a thing that I didn't know was that with certain legal consequences, it can almost bar you from receiving federal aid in order to receive the food needed to survive. So it like perpetuates the cycle that once you experience food insecurity and fall into maladaptive coping skills and just trying to survive by stealing food, the legal repercussions don't let you exit the cycle, which I thought was really upsetting. That is kind of like what perpetuates this into being a generational problem rather than just a singular individual or a stage in a family. Because by not letting people exit this cycle, it brings children in with it, and it doesn't end. So I thought that was a really important takeaway from this article. Thank you.